Hello everyone. So we will continue our AWS Glue practical part, and in this video we are going to see how actually we can create a ETL pipeline and how actually we can do a transformation. So that actually we are going to see in this particular video. So we have one of the requirement. Our requirement is very simple. We have a data that is coming in S3. So suppose this is your S3 bucket. In this S3 bucket, you have a data in the form of the JSON. You think like daily you are receiving the data in the form of the JSON. Your requirement is like you have to read this JSON. You have to copy into another S3 bucket in the form of the CSV. So we are getting a data in the form of the JSON. We have to copy into another S3 bucket in the form of the CSV. This is our requirement. As well as we had to also do a couple of the transformation, like you have to remove a duplicate, or you have to select only the specific field. You do not have to select all those field which is available in a JSON, only the specific field you have to select. So basic transformation also we are going to see in this particular video. First let me show you the data. So this is the JSON data we have. You can see this is the column. Now here you can see we have a couple of duplicate that we have to remove, and also few of the column which is unnecessary, like where all the time the value is coming blank, right? That also we have to remove. So this is our requirement, and for that we are going to do a practical. So let's start our practical part. So first let me show you the S3 bucket. So I will search for the S3 here. If you will see, I have a two bucket. One is the input bucket. In this input bucket, I have a employee JSON file, and if I show you the output bucket, as of now in output bucket, no file is there, but we will create a pipeline and we will dump in a CSV file here. So first, let us try to open AWS Glue because we are creating a pipeline. So search for the Glue, open in a new tab, and let's try to create a ETL pipeline. So in the left side, you can see ETL jobs, right? So click on the ETL jobs. Click on the visual ETL. We are going to create a visually ETL pipeline. So what is your source, what is your transformation, what is target, you have to select from here. So my source is Amazon S3, so I will select that, and let me try to click on this Amazon S3. Now you have to give the S3 source type. What is the S3 location? So first let me give the location here. So my file is available in an input bucket, and this is the file which I have, so I will select that. Okay, and the format you have to specify. Format is a JSON. And in the left side you can see, if you want to preview your data, so what you have to do, first you have to create a IAM role. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a new IAM role, and we will assign a few policy there. So what is the policy? First, it should be able to interact with a glue, and second is it should be able to interact with the S3 bucket. So that is the policy we are going to assign. So click on the create role. We are going to create a new IAM role. Okay, and use cases. What is the use cases? Glue. So we will select the glue. This is the use cases we have. Click on the next and attach a policy. So first policy I am going to attach is like glue service role, AWS glue service role. This is the policy I am going to attach. And the second policy I am going to attach is the S3 full access, Amazon S3 full access. So these two I will assign and click on the next. And the role name you have to give so that you will be able to remember this. So I will give glue practical lab. So this is the role name I am giving, and I will just click on the create role. So one IAM role will get created, and with this IAM role we will try to debug that and we'll try to use that. So in IAM role, if you'll see, there is no roles available. So how actually you can do that? Go to the job details in IAM role, right? Refresh it, and you can see glue practical lab. So this only we will select and go to the visual. Now you can see you will be able to preview a data with the help of the IAM role. Now you can see you are able to preview your data, right? So we have a employee ID, we have a name, we have a salary, address, location, and email. So if I will show you, so employee ID, name, salary, address, location, email, so it is able to preview. And if you will see, we have a total 12 record, and the multiple duplicates are also available. You can see total 1 2 3 4 5 6, and again 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the records which is available, and duplicate values is available. So our next thing is like to apply a transformation. So we have to remove a duplicate values. So what we will do, I will select on the S3, click on the plus, go to the transformation. In this transformation you can apply a multiple transformation, like if you want to change a schema, if you want to perform a joining, if you want to perform missing values, aggregation, drop duplicates, drop fields. This all the different transformation available which you can apply. Now what we need to delete a duplicate, so I'll select the drop duplicates. Now click on the drop duplicate. Now right side you can see, right, match entire rows distinct. So if only the distinct record you want, so you can select that. Okay, so I want a distinct record based on all the column. Now you can see we only have a 6 unique records, so we have removed the duplicates. Now what actually we want to have only the specific column. Now if I will show you, email ID, name, salary and address, this 4 column only we want. We don't want location and email, so we have to remove that. So how actually we can select only the employee ID, name, salary and address? So I will select here, click on the plus. We will use the select transformation. With the help of the select field, what we will do, what are the column you want, you only select that. So I want employee ID, name, salary and the address. So this 4 column only I want, so that only I will select. You can see only the 4 column it is, you can see. So we have applied a drop duplicate, we have applied a select transformation. Now final we will apply a target location. So I'll select that target is our S3 bucket, so I'll select the S3 bucket. Now we have to set up the S3 also here. So right side you have to select the format, on which format you want to save. I want to save in a CSV, so I'll select that. Compression, I don't want to have any compression. And finally you have to select the target location. So I'll go to the target is S3 new, I'll select that. And after that, this is how your pipeline is now ready. S3 bucket, transformation, and finally the target. Now if you want to save job, so first you have to give the job name. So I will give the job name as a Glue Lab and I will click on the save. Once you will save, your job is now saved. Go to the script. This is the automated script which got generated. Now you can see here the drop duplicate transformation apply, select field transformation is applied. So all the kind of the things you can see here, the script you can see here. Okay, now go to the job details. In the job details, what we will do, we have selected the IAM role, glue version, worker type. So we want only the 2 worker as of now because we are doing a practical lab. So if you need a more worker for your data, you can select that. But as we are doing only practical, so we'll select that and after that click on the save. Now go to the run. Now from here we can run our pipeline and we'll see whether it's working fine or not. Let me run, and if any error will come, so we'll try to debug it. So you can see it is running. Now you can see it is succeed now. Now we'll go to our S3 bucket and we'll try to see our data is available into output S3 bucket in a CSV file or not. So I'll refresh this. Now you can see all the part file it is available. In the multiple partition it saved the file. So if I'll show you, if I'll download this and let me try to open this, data should be available. So if I'll double click notepad, now you can see employee ID, name, salary, address. It saved in a CSV format, in a comma separated format. So it's saved in a multiple part file. So our pipeline is working fine. If you have to save in a only one part file, that also you can do. In this case, what you have to do, go to the script and you have to use a repartition. So if you do repartition 1, it will save only in a one format. Click on the edit script. So this select field, what we will do, equal to the select field dot repartition 1. You want to save in only one partition, and after that save it. Go to the run. Let's try to run again. You can see it is succeed now. Let me go to the output bucket. Click on the refresh. Now you can see the latest part file is this. This is the latest one and 131 KB. Now it's saved in only in one partition. So if I'll download this, save, go to the download. So this 521, this is the latest one. I will open that notepad. So you can see all the 6 record we have. What we have done is like we in the script we have added a in a with the help of the pyspark command we have repartition in a single partition. Okay, so that is the only thing we have done. Our pipeline is working file and we are able to save in a CSV file. So yeah, that's it in this video. I hope you got it.